So I'm super excited today. This is my first time filming with my new lights. My husband bought me some new soft box lights. I think that's what they're called, for our anniversary. We celebrated 8 years last week, and this was my anniversary gift. It was a surprise, and it was so thoughtful because I only get to film at night. I don't get to film during the day, so I don't get to take advantage of daytime natural lighting. And I was always complaining the back of my videos just looked so dark. So I hope you guys like the lighting. I'm still gonna play around with it and see what's good placing, but anyway, let me know if you notice an improvement in the lighting quality of my video. Today I'm going to do a chatting kind of makeup tutorial. I normally do voiceovers, and I was talking to two of my friends who love YouTube, and they were saying that they really like to watch tutorials where the person's actually talking through it versus a voiceover, because it feels like they get to kind of get to know them a little bit better. So I'm going to give that a try. I'm going to try not to keep it so long, but I'm going to be doing a fall look. For fall, I'm really sticking with more matte shades. I'm sticking with a little bit of a deeper lip. I'm still not going really dark on my lips just because that's not who I am, but I'm sticking with more matte, less shimmer, less sun-kissed glow to the skin. But yeah, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so first I'm going to actually pull my hair back because this hair is going to get on my nerves if I don't. So first I'm going to start with my skin, and I'm going to use the combo. I did a review on the two of these products. That was actually my last video. I'll link it below, and I'm going to use these two because I've been loving them. It's the Hourglass Mineral Veil Primer, and then I'm going to go on top of it with the Hourglass Immaculate Liquid Powder Foundation Mattifying. Liquid to powder. Right, yeah, liquid to powder. So I am the shade Golden in this foundation. I've had this for a while and I like it. I wasn't always going to it because it tends to, I don't know, I just wasn't always going to it. I bought it, I liked it, and then I just bought others and I liked others. So I'm rotating this back into my mix because I do love it with this primer. I think it's gorgeous. And I'm gonna use the Real Techniques, this brush to apply it. I think this combo is particularly great for people with oily skin because one, the primer is really great and it keeps your foundation on and it keeps it matte throughout the day. This foundation already is pretty matte because it does set to like a powder finish. So if you're oily, you will really like this. It's pretty lightweight too. It doesn't feel heavy on the skin. Next, I'm going to go in with my favorite concealer, Prolongwear by Mac, and I'm going to apply this underneath my eyes. I'm not really going to apply it anywhere else. I am going to highlight with a powder, so I'm just going to use this to conceal under my eyes and brighten under my eyes. This concealer with a beauty blender is my favorite way to conceal. Anything that's left over on my sponge, I'll take it up on my eyelid because this concealer does work really great as a primer. So you can kind of get that bonus out of it. Okay, so next I'm going to set everything, and I'm going to use this huge powder brush by Real Techniques. I love this for setting, and I'm going to use Makeup Forever HD loose setting powder. I don't really need to set this foundation. It has a really matte powdery finish anyway, but I'm just gonna do it just so that when I go in and contour and put a little bit of bronzer, it just kind of blends more easily and it doesn't kind of cake up or stick in any places. Next, I'm gonna go with bronzer, and I am loving this brush by MAC, the 135, to apply bronzer because it's really light and fluffy and it doesn't pick up a lot of product, so it looks really natural. And I'm really just doing this not to give myself a tan, but really just to kind of match the tan that I have now. And I'm using Park Avenue Princess by Tarte. I like to stick with a matte bronzer, especially in the fall, because I don't like too much shimmer on the face. Okay, we're getting there. Next, I'm gonna go in and contour, and I'm gonna use the Marc Jacobs Mirage Filter, this contour and highlight powder. I have been loving this. I got this a few weeks ago and I'm really liking it. I didn't want to say too much about it when I first got it because it's pretty expensive for a contour powder, and I didn't want to go on and on about loving it and not really giving it a good kind of trial and error period, but I am really, really liking this a lot. It's super silky. The only thing that I can say that is negative about it is there's a lot of fallout. When you dust your brush, you get a lot of powder off. And I don't know why that is. I don't know if it's because it's a really silky, lightweight product that it has. I don't know. But I don't really mind it too much. You just have to be really light-handed when you go in for products so you don't waste too much. So next I'm going to go in with eyebrows, and I am going to use my Brow Wiz by Anastasia Beverly Hills, and I am the shade Medium Brown. I have like no eyebrows. They are so like sparse. My eyebrows, I feel like, are completely different shapes. Does anyone else feel that way? When I used to work for Mac, my boss used to say, your eyebrows are sisters, not twins, but they're not distant cousins either. So you want them to look similar, but they don't need to look identical, you know? She would always joke that that's how people would get into trouble by over plucking, is they would be like, oh, take a little here, and then they'd compare, and they'd take a little here, and they just wouldn't stop. And then before they knew it, they didn't have any brows left. Okay, so next I'm going to work on my eyes, and I'm going to prep my eyes with the 24-hour extended eye base by MAC. I talked about this in my favorites video. I think it was last month. I love this primer. It is amazing. I did get lash extensions recently, which I love, but I have to be careful to try not to get too much makeup in them. So I don't wear mascara, and I'm not going to put false lashes on in most of my videos anymore because I don't want to ruin them. And also I don't feel like I need them. I mean, they just look, I mean, these are my lash extensions, no mascara. I kind of love them. Okay, so for eyes, I'm going to start with my crease color, and I'm going to use Latte by Makeup Geek. Okay, so next I'm going to go in and I'm going to apply my brow highlight, and I'm just going to use, I'm going to mix a combination of MAC Vanilla and then MAC RIcepaper together. RIcepaper is one of the most beautiful MAC shades in my opinion. It's very basic, but it's just a really pretty light gold color. It's so pretty. Okay, so next I'm going to apply my eyelid color, and I'm going to use another Makeup Geek shadow. I'm using Creme Brule by Makeup Geek. And I'm just going to pack that all over my eyelid. When I worked for MAC, we would train on color theory, which, you know, if you're into art or you're an artist, then you know about color theory, but color theory applies to makeup as well. And I was actually cleaning out our attic a few weeks ago, and I found all my old MAC training manuals. It was so cool to see all of the different, you know, the different lessons that we would train on, and color theory was one of them. If you guys want me to do a video on color theory and kind of talk about that and how it applies to makeup, let me know in the comment section below. I think that'd be a cool video to do. Next, I'm going to go in and line my lower lash line, and I'm going to use the Marc Jacobs Gel Eye Pencil that I picked up a few weeks ago, and I think this color is called Brown Out, and so I'm going to pop this on my lower lash line. I'm not being too careful with it because I am going to go back with a brush and smooth it all out, but I do want a nice thick line down there. Then to smooth that out a little bit, I'm going to use a 212 by MAC. It's just a flat definer brush, I think is what this is called. Every line has them, but I'm just going to use this underneath and just kind of go right over that liner just to kind of smooth it out a little bit, make it a little less harsh, kind of smoke it out a little bit too. So I'm just going to pop that right in my waterline. And this is just going to help brighten my eye up. I'm going to see if you can see the difference between this side, which has the brightener in it, and this side that doesn't. Okay, so next I'm going to pop on some mascara on my bottom lashes, and I'm just going to grab this little like sample I got from Sephora. I really like this mascara. I think I talked about this in a few videos ago, loving this mascara. I haven't picked it up yet, but I really like it. Now that I have lash extensions, honestly, it doesn't really matter what mascara I use because I just use it on my lower lash line anyway. But if you are looking for a good mascara, I liked this one before I got my lash extensions put on. Okay, so next I'm gonna apply blush, and I typically use like a really peachy pink blush, but since it's fall, I'm gonna kind of eliminate the peach, especially since I have bronzer, and I'm gonna go with more of just like a mauvey rosy pink, and this is the blush from the Tarte Energy Noir palette. I'm not sure what this blush is. I'm not sure if they sell it. Yeah, it doesn't say the color of it, but this is at Sephora right now if you want to pick it up. I haven't played too much around with the eyeshadows yet, but I have been really liking this blush. It's a matte blush, and again, it's more rosy. It doesn't have as much peach in it like I typically use. So for lips, I'm gonna use a new product that I'm loving. If you follow me on Instagram, then you saw me talk about this product. It's by Tom Ford. It's their lipsticks. I had been eyeing these forever, and I finally bit the bullet and bought one. I think they're like $52 or something crazy, but I love it. I mean, the packaging is just amazing. You really feel like this feels like a $50 lipstick. So, and the product is great. It has a lot of pigment. It stays on the lips. It's very luxurious. It has the Tom Ford little stamp on it. It's just a really nice product. Will I go buy every color? Probably not, but I'm enjoying the one that I bought. So at first I'm gonna apply this, and then I'm gonna line my lips after. I have like no lips. This color is Pink Tease. So even though it's fall, I still like to stick with my pinks. You know, I think that as far as like rules for makeup and season, sure, there are trends in the season, but honestly, makeup is supposed to make you feel good. So wear whatever you feel good in, right? For me, it's this lip. I am gonna darken it up with my lip liner though. I'm gonna go in with Empowered by Bare Minerals. This is just a little deeper of a rosy pink than I normally wear. I normally wear like a more muted pink. So this is gonna give it a little bit more depth. And I am going to kind of give my upper lip a little bit more volume. And since I want to darken this lipstick up, I'm going to actually kind of go all over my lip. I'm not just going to line. Okay, and then after that, I'm just going to set everything with a little makeup setting spray, and I'm going to use the Chill Out by Urban Decay All Nighter. No, it's not Chill Out, it's the All Nighter Long Lasting Makeup Setting Spray. Oh, so I was doing this. I got this awesome gift from my friend KK. She bought me this little fan. Isn't this cute? And it's a great way to kind of dry your foundation, or if you apply lashes and you know how you're always like waving it around for the dry to kind of get, or the glue to get a little tacky and dry. This is a really cool idea. She bought me this fan from World Market. I think it's so cute. So thank you, KK. And this is my version of a fall inspired look. I know it still has a brighter lip than some of the other fall makeup tutorials you're seeing, but hey, my rule is if you feel beautiful and you feel great, wear whatever you want all year round, okay? But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.